Good morning, everyone. It's great to be with you. My name is Kell Julliard, and I'll be your host today. Suzanne is not able to be with us, I'm sorry to say, um, but I feel always, very honored to be with you and looking forward to this webinar experience. Okay, so um, I have a question as usual. Let me make sure that I've actually got it pasted correctly. So, in your life, what turned out better than you expected? This relates to our theme today, which I'll share in a moment. But in your life, what turned out better than you expected? This one can take a little bit of thought. And while you're pondering and typing, let me share what came up for me. It's sort of a big deal. I After I moved to New York, I switched careers and I just took a job, actually as a medical research director. Uh, it's supposed to be a temporary job, and I didn't think it was going to lead to much. Um, but it turned out to be a 25-year career that was incredibly rewarding. And I got to teach meditation there once I became trained as a mindfulness instructor. So it turned out a lot better than I expected. And I see one participant saying, single life. Yeah, I remember when I was single for a while, I thought to myself, gee, I should really enjoy this instead of just longing for a partner. The many advantages of being single. I see offspring, my offspring turned out better than expected. That's great. My opportunities to perform classical music. Wow, that's also true for me. And I see my career. I had high expectations to begin with, but doing what I do now has been incredibly fulfilling and was not part of the original career plan. So true for me as well. Having kids and a husband, change of career. So wonderful to hear that these things turned out better than expected. So today, our topic is working skillfully with change. Oh, and I see also in the chat, being able to work from home, taking all six grandkids on a trip by myself. Yeah, I can imagine ahead of time that could be have a little bit of anxiety around six grands on a trip. Wow, glad that turned out better than expected. So working skillfully with change. So I'm going to make some comments about that, and then we'll do a 12-minute practice as usual. So something we don't often think about is that our whole mind, body, spirit system is designed for change, built for change. Our nervous systems are constantly assessing the environment, monitoring, is it safe? Is it, what's there that is going to meet our needs and enhance our quality of life? When we have emotions, their whole purpose is to mobilize us for appropriate responses, whether it's giving a friend a hug or feeling joy at the beauty of a sunset. And our learning gets consolidated as we sleep, so that even when we're sleeping, our body is changing in a way that benefits us. Likewise, there's something that the physiologists talk about called homeostasis, which is that ability of the body to bring us back into balance so that our temperature is constantly fluctuating, our metabolism is going up and down, our blood vessels are opening and closing, all to keep us in balance. And we don't appreciate often that the status quo that feels so stable, this sense of a stable self and a stable body and a stable world, is actually the result of an incredible process of constant change, so that The very stability that we enjoy is a product of our ability to change so skillfully. And this is good because everything in the world is changing constantly. So our process of change helps us stay in balance with that. The problem is that we can have this illusion that things are indeed the same, even though they're constantly changing. And while it's good to enjoy the status quo, there's nothing wrong with relishing the status quo and enjoying the way our life is going. If we approach that as though it's never going to change, if we cling to it, trying to prevent it to change, we can just create future discomfort for ourselves and often for others as well. So our meditation today is designed to help us recognize and accept change, really to work with it skillfully. And in fact, our lives are a field of endless potential, of endless opportunity. Every moment is a chance for a new beginning. We bring ourselves new to every moment. And how wonderful to be able to use that potential for newness instead of just doing the same old thing. Okay, so let's begin our practice. We'll do that by settling into a posture that feels supportive and comfortable, well grounded so that you feel stable. Now you can do this sitting, standing, lying down, whatever feels right for you. But it's a posture that's comfortably upright to foster alertness and presence and getting lots of oxygen to the brain with a natural, relaxed breath, and also relaxed. So bringing whatever relaxation we can. We're not always totally relaxed, but whatever relaxation we can bring to our posture, just do that. Eyes can be open or closed, whatever feels best to you. And likewise, if this feels good, let's take a couple of deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, doubling the length of the exhalation. And this helps stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system and encourages calm. So we'll just take a couple of easy, very relaxed, deep breaths together. And now allow your breath to return to a natural rhythm, not controlling it in any way. And we'll bring a wide angle lens to our experience right now. Just knowing that we're present and aware here and now. There's no need to block thoughts or feelings or sensations. Just knowing that we're present and alive in this moment. We're moving into a space of being rather than doing. Just allowing ourselves to be in this moment without effort, without any agenda. One of the wonderful things about this space of just being is that there's a warmth of heart that's spontaneously present. We're all here because we want our day, our lives to go better. So even though right now we're meditating, we're letting go, underlying that is this warmth of heart, this intention that this letting go, this moving into a space of just being will benefit us in some way. So just notice that positive intention that permeates this moment. Now tune in to any part of your body that feels warm. It might be your face, it might be your feet, might be your hands, your chest area, under your clothing. Just tune into that sensation of warmth, recognizing that it's the result of billions of chemical reactions, a constant flow of activity of blood and oxygen and all the cells producing warmth. And that is change, the benefit of change. You might try putting a hand over your heart and just noticing, can you feel your heartbeat? We talk about the heartbeat repeating. Every heartbeat is brand new. Every heartbeat is the result of new chemical reactions, new nourishment from the rest of the body to the heart. So just appreciating that heartbeat of change that keeps our lives moving in a good way. Now bring awareness to any sounds in your environment. The sound of my voice. We can do this meditation because my voice is constantly changing. Every word is new, every syllable, every vowel and consonant flowing together, changing over time, creates meaning in meditation. Notice this is true of every sound. Even if it sounds constant, it's produced by constant change. So just know you're hearing sound and appreciate the change of that sound. Now tune into the temperature of the air around you. Recognize that that temperature is constantly changing. The heat in your building is going on and off to maintain this temperature. You may notice a little bit of movement of the air that brings that warmth to you. Just notice that feeling of temperature on your skin. Now, if there's a window in your environment, mindfully turn toward the window, gently opening your eyes if they're closed, noticing any changes outside. The snow has arrived in Western Massachusetts, where I am. But even if there's no visible change, the sunlight is constantly changing angles and brightness according to clouds and the movement of the earth. Many changes going on, too slow or too fast for us to appreciate. And just bringing awareness to that external environment and the change it's undergoing. Now, bringing awareness to your inner world, notice any thoughts or moods or emotions that are present, whatever they are. Just bring awareness to your life of thought and emotion. And notice that it too is constantly changing, constantly responding. My words, as I say them, are changing your inner landscape of thought and feeling. And just appreciate how we do that for one another. This amazing communication going back and forth, affecting our lives of thinking and feeling. Now, as you choose, reflect how your job or some relationship in your life is constantly changing as new projects come, as you exchange emails, phone calls, go to meetings, progress is made. The relationship, perhaps conversations, events, times together, constantly changing, opening new possibilities for caring, for understanding, for accomplishment. And just see if there's a feeling of newness, of the potential, of the opportunity that can come with change. And now letting go of this contemplation on change, coming back to the body, to any sensations present, to your breath, if you'd like to pay attention to that, or to sound in your environment. Just let body sensations, sound, or the spaciousness of awareness itself be a place where you can let your mind and heart just rest, just being. May we be peaceful, at ease, and healthy. And may the benefits of our meditation today ripple out from ourselves to all beings, to everyone, everywhere. Okay, that concludes our meditation. If your eyes are closed, gently open them, maybe take a stretch, look around a little bit just to kind of come back to our shared world. And I'd love it if you type any experiences that you had with that meditation in the chat, any questions, any comments, how that was for you. I see that there's a comment, very helpful perspective. This practice can sometimes be a little uncomfortable when we're hoping things are going to stay the same. It can be a little bit uncomfortable to recognize how things are shifting. But the fact that we are actually built for change, that our bodies and minds are so adapted to a changing world, is hopefully a source of comfort. I know when I retired from my career in medical research, and now I'm doing a lot more meditation teaching, which is great. And I was really worried that my move into retirement would, that my identity was all wrapped up in being a medical researcher. So I had a little bit of anxiety about that shift. And I was delighted to find out the day after my retirement party that I couldn't have been more thrilled. So now I'm living on a dirt road away from all those Brooklyn stresses, with many new friends that I wouldn't have had otherwise. So I see in the chat, thank you for opening my eyes to the fact that change is always around us. It's a different way to view change. Yeah, I used to run in Brooklyn, and I would look at the hedges, the beautifully manicured lawns, the very well trimmed hedges, and they always seem the same every day. And just being aware of the intense activity and effort that it took to keep those lawns and hedges looking the same. So I see a comment, thinking of changes I have coming. Yeah. So approaching them with this sense of opportunity, this sense of potential. That warmth of heart that I mentioned at the beginning, ironically and paradoxically enough, is something that doesn't change. But it's not something that we can cling to. It's underneath everything we do. We're always seeking for happiness, for fulfillment, for success. We're always seeking to avoid discomfort, suffering, pain. And we're bringing that wish skillfully to every moment. That wish brought you to this meditation session. That wish will take you into the next phase of your day, and you will express that wish in a new way. So actually, we're always actualizing this potential to find happiness, fulfillment, success. Okay, any other comments, questions? Anyone want to share their experience with meditation who hasn't done that? Not seeing anything new in the chat. Okay, then. Well, we'll draw our program to a close. I hope you're with us next Tuesday again for another instructor. And just wanting to say, have a great week navigating all the change that will flow in your life. Take care now.